Question 1. What does this sign mean you must do when approaching an intersection? A. Slow down and yield to traffic. B. Stop completely regardless of traffic. C. Proceed without yielding if clear. D. Speed up to clear the intersection. Answers is A. Slow down and yield to traffic. A yield sign means you must slow down and be prepared to stop. You must give the to all vehicles and pedestrians before proceeding safely. Question 2. When you see this sign, what is the primary action you must take? A. Stop completely before the line. B. Slow down and proceed if clear. C. Stop only if other vehicles are present. D. Yield to without stopping. Answers is A. Stop completely before the line. A stop sign always requires a complete stop before the stop line or crosswalk. If there is no line, stop before entering the intersection. Question 3. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Slippery road ahead. B. Road closed due to ice. C. Sharp curve ahead. D. On the road surface. Answers is A. Slippery road ahead. This sign warns drivers that the road ahead may be slippery, especially during wet conditions. Drivers should reduce speed and increase following distance. Question 4. What action should you take when you see this sign? A. No overtaking allowed. B. Overtaking is permitted. C. End of speed limit. D. Road narrows ahead. Answers is A. No overtaking allowed. This sign prohibits drivers from overtaking other vehicles. It indicates areas where it is unsafe to pass due to road conditions, visibility, or traffic. Question 5. What does this sign mean for vehicles carrying dangerous goods? A. Prohibited to enter. B. Recommended route. C. Speed limit 50. D. Parking zone. Answers is A. Prohibited to enter. This sign means that vehicles transporting dangerous goods are prohibited from entering the road or area beyond the sign. It's for safety regulations. Question 6. What does this sign indicate about the direction of traffic? A. One-way road. B. Two-way traffic. C. No entry zone. D. Roundabout ahead. Answers is A. One-way road. This sign indicates that the road ahead is a one-way street, meaning all traffic flows in the same direction. Drivers should only travel in the direction. Question 7. What action is required when you see this sign at an intersection? A. Proceed to a roundabout. B. Stop and wait for green light. C. Merge right into traffic. D. Yield to oncoming traffic only. Answers is A. Proceed to a roundabout. This sign indicates a roundabout ahead. Drivers must yield to traffic already in the roundabout and enter when it is safe to do so. Question 8. What type of intersection is by this sign? A. Junction with minor road. B. Crosswalk ahead. C. Traffic light ahead. D. Railway crossing. Answers is A. Junction with minor road. This sign warns of an upcoming intersection where a minor road joins the main road. Drivers should be prepared for potential merging traffic, or. Question 9. What does this sign warn drivers about regarding the road surface? A. Loose gravel ahead. B. Slippery when wet. C. Road work zone. D. Uneven pavement. Answers is A, loose gravel ahead. This sign warns drivers about loose gravel or stone materials on the road surface. Drivers should reduce speed to prevent skidding and thrown rocks. Question 10. What does this sign indicate for drivers of goods vehicles? A, no overtaking for trucks. B, truck lane only. C, weight limit applies. D, truck parking zone. Answers is A, no overtaking for trucks. This sign specifically prohibits goods vehicles trucks from overtaking. It's typically placed where passing is dangerous for large vehicles. Question 11. What is the meaning of this sign? A, do not enter. B, no U-turn. C, one-way traffic. D, no parking. Answers is A, do not enter. This do not enter sign means you are not allowed to drive your vehicle into the roadway or ramp where the sign is posted, usually seen at freeway exits. Question 12. What does this sign indicate for cyclists? A, mandatory cycle track. B, no bicycles allowed. C, bicycle parking. D, shared path with pedestrians. Answers is A, mandatory cycle track. This sign indicates a mandatory cycle track. Cyclists must use this path, and other vehicles are generally not permitted on it. Question 13. What does this sign warn drivers about regarding the road's condition? A, uneven road surface. B, steep descent ahead. C, road construction. D, slippery road. Answers is A, uneven road surface. This sign warns drivers of an uneven road surface ahead. Drivers should reduce speed to maintain control and prevent damage to their vehicle. Question 14. What action should you take when you see this sign? A, no right turn allowed. B, right turn only. C, yield to traffic. D, turn right with caution. Answers is A, no right turn allowed. This sign indicates that making a right turn is prohibited at this intersection or location. Drivers must choose an alternative direction. Question 15. What does this sign indicate about children? A, children crossing area. B, playground ahead. C, school bus stop. D, no children allowed. Answers is A, children crossing area. This sign warns drivers that there may be children in or near the roadway, often indicating a school zone, playground, or residential area. Drive with caution. Question 16. What is the primary purpose of this sign? A, road works ahead. B, dangerous curve. C, emergency stop. D, traffic congestion. Answers is A, road works ahead. This sign warns drivers of road construction or maintenance work ahead. Drivers should reduce speed, watch for workers and equipment, and follow temporary instructions. Question 17. What does this sign indicate about parking? A, no parking. B, parking zone. C, limited parking. D, handicapped parking. Answers is A, no parking. This sign means that parking is prohibited at this location, even for a short time. Stopping to load or unload passengers or goods might still be permitted if allowed by local rules. Question 18. What action must you take when you see this sign? A, proceed straight only. B, turn right or left. C, stop before proceeding. D, U-turn is mandatory. Answers is A. Proceed straight only. This sign indicates that you must proceed straight ahead. It is a mandatory direction sign, usually placed at intersections or turns. Question 19. What does this sign mean regarding traffic signals? A. Traffic light ahead. B. Stop sign ahead. C. Yield sign ahead. D. Railway crossing. Answers is A. Traffic light ahead. This sign warns drivers that there is a traffic light ahead. It gives advance notice, allowing drivers to prepare to slow down or stop. Question 20. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Steep ascent. B. Steep descent. C. Hump or speed bump. D. Uneven road. Answers is A. Steep ascent. This sign warns drivers of a steep upward slope ahead. Drivers should be prepared to shift to a lower gear to maintain speed and prevent engine strain. Question 21. What does this sign mean for pedestrians? A. Mandatory pedestrian path. B. No pedestrians allowed. C. Pedestrian crossing ahead. D. Pedestrian zone only at night. Answers is A. Mandatory pedestrian path. This sign indicates a mandatory pedestrian track or path. Pedestrians must use this path, and vehicles are typically. Question 22. What does this sign warn about at railroad crossings? A. Crossing. B. Crossing. C. Crossing. D. No trains operating. Answers is A. Crossing. This sign warns of an upcoming railway crossing. Drivers should be prepared to stop and look for trains before crossing. Question 23. What does this sign mean for vehicles turning left? A. No left turn allowed. B. Left turn only. C. Left turn must yield. D. Left lane ends. Answers is A. No left turn allowed. This sign indicates that making a left turn is prohibited at this intersection or location. Drivers must find an alternative route. Question 24. What does this sign indicate about upcoming road features? A. Hump or bump ahead. B. Steep hill. C. Uneven pavement. D. Railway crossing. Answers is A. Hump or bump ahead. This sign warns drivers of a hump or bump, like a speed bump in the road ahead. Drivers should reduce speed to cross safely and prevent vehicle damage. Question 25. What is the purpose of this sign in a residential area? A. Residential area begins. B. Parking zone. C. Speed limit 25. D. End of road works. Answers is A. Residential area begins. This sign marks the beginning of a residential area or living zone where special rules may apply, such as lower speed limits and increased caution for pedestrians and children. Question 26. What does this sign mean concerning U-turns? A. No U-turn allowed. B. U-turn zone ahead. C. U-turn permitted with caution. D. End of U-turn restriction. Answers is A. No U-turn allowed. This sign prohibits drivers from making a U-turn at this location. U-turns are often restricted in areas where they would be unsafe or disrupt traffic flow. Question 27. What does this sign mean for parking? A. No parking odd days. B. No parking even days. C. Parking for 30 minutes. D. Parking on pavement. Answers is A. No parking odd days. This sign indicates that parking is prohibited on days of the month. This regulation helps with street cleaning or traffic management. Question 28. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead, specifically for goods vehicles? A. No entry for goods vehicles. B. Lane for goods vehicles. C. Mandatory truck stop. D. Weight limit ahead. Answers is A. No entry for goods vehicles. This sign prohibits goods vehicles from entering the road or area beyond the sign. This restriction is often due to weight limits, bridge, or residential area rules. Question 29. What does this sign mean about vehicle movement? A. No entry for all vehicles. B. End of priority road. C. Only authorized vehicles. D. Parking allowed. Answers is A. No entry for all vehicles. This sign means movement is prohibited for all vehicles. It typically indicates a closed road or an entrance to a restricted area. Question 30. What does this sign indicate about animals? A. Wild animals crossing. B. Domestic animals allowed. C. Zoo entrance. D. Cattle crossing. Answers is A. Wild animals crossing. This sign warns drivers that wild animals may cross the road in the area. Drivers should be extra vigilant, especially at dawn and dusk, to avoid collisions. Question 31. What does this sign indicate for motorcyclists? A. No entry for motorcycles. B. Motorcycle lane ahead. C. Motorcycle parking. D. Motorcycles only. Answers is A. No entry for motorcycles. This sign prohibits motorcycles from entering the road or area beyond the sign. It may be due to noise restrictions or specific road conditions. Question 32. What does this sign indicate about lane usage? A. Of movement in lanes. B. Lane ends ahead. C. Merge left or right. D. Minimum speed in lanes. Answers is A. Of movement in lanes. This sign provides advance information about the permitted directions of movement for traffic in each lane at an upcoming intersection or junction. Question 33. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Dangerous curve to the right. B. Steep ascent. C. Road narrows. D. Winding road. Answers is A. Dangerous curve to the right. This sign warns of a dangerous curve to the right ahead. Drivers should reduce speed and be prepared to steer through the curve safely. Question 34. What does this sign mean for stopping? A. No stopping at any time. B. Parking allowed for 15 min. C. Stopping only for. D. Yield to pedestrians. Answers is A. No stopping at any time. This sign means no stopping under any circumstances, not even to pick up or drop off passengers or goods. This is usually reserved for highly critical traffic areas. Question 35. What does this sign indicate regarding upcoming? A. First aid post. B. Hospital ahead. C. Emergency roadside call. D. Rest area. Answers is A. First aid post. This sign indicates the location of a first aid post. It's a service sign informing drivers of available medical assistance nearby. Question 36. What does this sign mean about vehicle height? A. Movement prohibited for vehicles. B. Lane for tall vehicles. C. Maximum speed limit. D. Hazardous materials route. Answers is A. Movement prohibited for vehicles. This sign prohibits the movement of specific types of vehicles, as by the symbol E.g. Vehicles exceeding a certain height or weight, usually due to physical constraints ahead. Question 37. What does this sign indicate about the area ahead? A. Pedestrian crossing ahead. B. Pedestrian zone starts. C. School zone. D. No pedestrians. Answers is A. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This sign warns drivers that a pedestrian crossing is ahead. Drivers should be prepared to slow down and stop for pedestrians. Question 38. What does this sign indicate about parking for specific vehicles? A. Parallel parking method. B. Perpendicular parking. C. No parking on this side. D. Motorcycle parking only. Answers is A. Parallel parking method. This supplementary plate indicates the permitted method of parking, in this case, parallel to the edge of the carriageway. Question 39. In California, how far must you park from a fire hydrant? A. Within 15 feet. B. Within 10 feet. C. Within 20 feet. D. Within 25 feet. Answers is A. Within 15 feet. California Vehicle Code states that you must not park within 15 feet of a fire hydrant, whether it is or not, unless an exception applies. Question 40. What is the correct action when you hear an emergency vehicle siren? A. Pull over to the right and stop. B. Speed up to clear the way. C. Continue driving if not in their lane. D. Slow down and proceed with caution. Answers is A. Pull over to the right and stop. When you hear an emergency vehicle siren, you must pull over to the right edge of the road, clear of any intersection, and stop until the emergency vehicle has passed. Question 41. What is the basic speed law in California? A. Never drive faster than is safe. B. Drive at the posted speed limit. C. Drive 5 below the limit. D. Drive only when conditions are perfect. Answers is A. Never drive faster than is safe. The basic speed law in California states that you must never drive faster than is safe for current conditions, regardless of the posted speed limit. Question 42. When are you allowed to make a U-turn in a business district? A. Only at an intersection. B. Anywhere if no traffic is present. C. When a sign allows it. D. Never in a business district. Answers is A. Only at an intersection. In a business district, U-turns are permitted only at an intersection or on a divided highway where an opening is provided, and if not prohibited by a sign. Question 43. What should you do if your gas pedal gets stuck? A. Shift to neutral and brake. B. Pump the pedal rapidly. C. Turn off the engine immediately. D. Apply the parking brake lightly. Answers is A. Shift to neutral and brake. If your gas pedal gets stuck, shift to neutral, apply the brakes, steer to a safe area, and turn off the engine when safe. Do not turn off engine while moving at speed. Question 44. What is the minimum speed limit on most California freeways? A. There is no minimum speed. B. 45, C. 55, D. 65. Answers is A. There is no minimum speed. There is no official minimum speed limit on most California freeways, but you must not drive so slowly that you block the normal and reasonable movement of traffic. Question 45. When is it safe to return to the right lane after passing another vehicle? A. When you see the vehicle's headlights. B. Immediately after passing. C. When you can see the driver. D. After signaling for 5 seconds. Answers is A. When you see the vehicle's headlights. You should not return to the right lane until you can see the entire front of the vehicle you just passed in your mirror, indicating a safe distance. Question 46. What does a solid yellow line next to a broken yellow line mean? A. Passing allowed from broken side. B. Passing allowed from solid side. C. No passing from either side. D. Reserved for public transport. Answers is A. Passing allowed from broken side. A solid yellow line next to a broken yellow line means that vehicles on the side with the broken line may pass, while vehicles on the solid line side may not. Question 47. What is the recommended following distance in normal conditions? A. Rule. B. Rule. C. Rule. D. To car lengths. Answers is A. Rule. The rule is recommended for maintaining a safe following distance under ideal driving conditions. Increase this distance in adverse conditions. Question 48. When can you legally make a right turn on a red light in California? A. After stopping, if safe and no sign prohibits. B. Anytime, as long as no traffic is coming. C. Only if there's a green arrow. D. Never, it's illegal. Answers is A. After stopping, if safe and no sign prohibits. In California, you may turn right on a red light after coming to a complete stop and yielding to all traffic and pedestrians, unless a sign explicitly prohibits it. Question 49. What should you do if you encounter a dust storm while driving? A. Slow down, turn on headlights. B. Speed up to get through it quickly. C. Turn on hazard lights and stop. D. Maintain normal speed. Answers is A. Slow down, turn on headlights. If you encounter a dust storm, slow down, turn on your headlights' low beams, and be prepared to pull off the road if visibility becomes too low. Question 50. What is the safest way to enter a freeway? A. Match traffic speed and merge. B. Stop and wait for a gap. C. Speed up faster than traffic. D. Signal, then merge slowly. Answers is A. Match traffic speed and merge. To safely enter a freeway, use the acceleration lane to match the speed of freeway traffic, then merge when there is a safe gap.